All right, good evening and thanks for coming. It's really appreciated. As you all know, I am the born-again new guy in the dive teams in Virginia. Something that I've realized over the years, the 15 years that I have been in the military, is that you never truly know anybody that you really work with, for or around. So I want to take a minute and just tell you about myself to ensure that we can hopefully have and forge a better personal and professional relationship. My name is Staff Sergeant Brian Crawley, and some of the things I'd like everyone to know as we go into the next couple of years of missions, training, and just everyday social interactions is that I come from humble beginnings. Because I've come from humble beginnings, I also am very driven, but I also realize that I need to have some kind of balance in that. So I have a lot of hobbies and outside of work activities that I do. First, I'd like to tell you a bit about my superhero origin story. My father was a blue-collar working guy, made enough for a family of 4, but I'm the oldest of 7. And for as long as I can remember, I've worked every single day that I was not in school. At the age of 15, I dropped out of high school and went to work for the family business, and ultimately I was arrested and forced to get my GED. When I got out of prison, I inherited my father's company because he became violently ill unexpectedly. And I'll tell you right now, I failed in every imaginable way possible. It culminated with the IRS chasing me for $80,000. I moved in with my parents, slept on their couch, ate ramen noodles, and paid it all back penny by penny. After that, I happened to be blessed with a stroke of good luck, which was shock and awe. I joined the military and never looked back, but I did spend the first 5 years basically in a frat house. After the 5 years, I met my third wife, Elizabeth, who ultimately, I can't tell you if I was naturally maturing or she had some kind of voodoo on me. More recently, I suffered a debilitating hip injury that led to a massive surgery. It left me immobile for 6 months. In that 6 months, I had a lot of time of self-reflection. In that reflection, I realized I need to charge hard for every single objective that I possibly can. I'm working on my associates, working on my master's in business management, and ultimately I hopefully get my project management and master's. I'm also the first in my family to have a degree or own a house, which I'm working on my second now. Lastly, I understood very quickly that it has to be some kind of balance. I sacrificed a lot to early on to pushing for the time I felt I lost. I developed this mantra that ultimately leads me to trying anything that I can or should do, and I do it. I go out and do anything that I can. For instance, learn how to free dive and spearfish, hiking, any kind of athletic ventures, and small engines, electronics, and generators. Currently, I'm working on a website and podcast platform, and attempting to compete in bodybuilding. So, if we happen to work together, or you see me in passing, remember that Staff Sergeant Brian Crowley is not just a uniform. I've come from humble beginnings, I'm driven, and I recognize that it's not always go time. Like everyone, I have a past, present, and a future. Outside of the cliques that we tend to form in the workplace, we never really get to know those around us. So take the time to find out people's stories. More often than not, you'll be surprised. That's all.